Hello, it's your local femboy twink here to complain again. If you want to see me scream and rant, that comes after this first section. This first section is more for me to link to people to explain why everyone, including the game devs, is completely retarded and doesn't know what they're talking about. It is currently 9/18/2023 at the time of recording this. So, I'm going to just clarify some misinformation right now. Anyone telling you that they're charging you purely per install is being disingenuous, lying, or doesn't know any better. You're being charged per install on one machine. So I cannot install your game 10 times and charge you 10 fees. That's not how it works. So you're not getting bankrupted because you pissed off 4chan or something. That's not going to happen. Second off, anyone who automatically assumes it's 20 cents per install, again, they're either lying to you or they're being disingenuous. The overwhelming majority of developers will not have to pay anywhere close to that, but let's talk about this. Because with Unity's current pricing plan, if you reach this revenue point, you already have to upgrade to Unity Pro. That's part of the agreement. So 90% of developers who are reaching this price point, because you are never going to just release a game on Steam and reach this revenue and this install threshold. Unless you have a social media team, like you're, say, a YouTuber, which coincidentally are the people who can complain the most and loudest about this. Unless you have a big social media following, you are never releasing a game on Steam for even like $5 and it's getting 200,000 installs. That's just not realistic. And the people who are consistently doing that, they already have to upgrade to Pro as per the old agreement. So they have to reach these numbers in the first place. So for the overwhelming games that are already paying Unity, these would be more accurate numbers to use, which means not 0.3 cents per install is the actual fee for most developers, not 20 cents. That's like 70% less than most people are claiming. So I just want to throw that out there. People who automatically assume this and they do all their math off of this, they either do not know the reality or they don't care or they just want to make a clickbait video getting angry and I'm pissed off. But even let's just assume you are that one miracle dev every year who drops a banger game that gets uploaded and everyone just falls in love with it. Let's just do some back of the envelope calculations here. So Steam takes a 30% cut of the 200,000. So let's just assume that. So you're down to 140,000. Okay. So 200,000 installs times 0 or 20, not 0. That is 40,000. So that's like 23-ish% of your revenue, which is too much, sure, but again, very few people will ever fall into this category. And this is like the worst case scenario. You're still profiting 120,000. Well, okay, not profiting, but you're revenuing 120,000. Now, you can say that's, a problem, sure, but most developers, like I said, they're on Unity Pro and they're meeting these install thresholds. Now, let's do the same math on 0.3 per install. So 30% of 100,000, 10,000, 100,000, million, 300,000. Very good. I'm just using the calculator for posterity's sake, so there's completely no ambiguity. So then you have 100,000, 10,000, 100,000, million times not 3, 30,000. Now, you could argue it's not fair that they pay this little by comparison. I would agree with you. But this is just the reality of the situation. This is very not noticeable for most studios. So, I just wanted to clear that up. Now, here's where we get into the fucking rant. The only people who are really gonna be hurt by this are scumfuck douchebags like this word I can't say without getting banned. Our studio focuses in mobile games for kids! You are a scumbag, and I hope you stub your toe. The games that are affected most by this are crappy, high-volume, low-return games that are made in like a week or a month, get shat out on the fucking App Store, and that's that. Because those games generally don't have the higher plans of Unity, because why would they need it? Their game's either going to blow up and make millions, which they can upgrade after the fact, or it's not going to blow up and then they don't have to pay Unity anything at all, period. Okay, so why should I give a fuck if some shitty Subway Surfers fucking Family Guy YouTube Shorts flashbang game gets fucking yeeted off the App Store and gets bankrupted by, honestly, based fucking Unity. Roof Koreaning some American bastard mobile game devs. Honestly, bravo! Get that shit out of here. If you're a serious developer releasing your game on Steam and it's not some free-to-play microtransaction-riddled garbage, you're not affected by this in very much at all. Like, I'm going to tell you right now, have you read Unreal's fees? Because they're going to run you about the same as the Unity Pro would. Maybe a little less sometimes a little more. So unless you are a scumfuck retarded person who makes crappy mobile games for children, I just don't see any realistic way that this affects you. And if you are that person, God, I hope John Riccatello kicks down your fucking door and just puts a cock milking device on you. And you just have to sit there for days on end and just feel the sensitivity build until you start coming out blood because you are a vulture. If it weren't for people like this guy, AAA games never would have had a mobile game model to point to and say, let's put this in Call of Duty. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say.